Hi, in this video I'm going to walk you through eCampus and also MyMathLab. These are the two programs you'll be using throughout this course. It's important you know where to find things, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've already signed into eCampus, and any student at Brookhaven Community College needs to be able to do that. And so this is our course here, Math 1314, which is college algebra. And once you're in, you come to the announcements page. And so you can see I've made two announcements. This is the welcome announcement. Very important that you read this. It'll tell you how to get started. It'll tell you what's here in eCampus. And then notice I also have made an announcement, and I made a video going over the syllabus. So, you can read the syllabus and you think you got it, that's fine. But this is what I normally go over in class. I think it's about 13 minutes or so. And then the first thing you're going to want to do in regards to the syllabus, this is where you find it, and when you click on this you probably want to print it out. Again, make sure you know what's in there. That should tell you everything you need to know about the course. And then when you click, whoops, I clicked on that one again. Let's do MyMathLab. And here's where you get your directions for signing up for MyMathLab. Now it's really quite simple, but I've tried to give you detailed directions here, and the biggest thing you'll find in there is the course ID, and that'll get you started as far as signing up for MyMathLab. Towards the end of at the very end of the course, I'll put your grades in here, but until that point, all your grades are going to be in MyMathLab. The other thing is, if we come to MyMathLab and do some tutoring, I can do it as a full class or I can do it in groups, and I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that this session, but that'll all be done through eCampus. All right, so let's go ahead now and go to MyMathLab. So all we need to do is actually type in MyMathLab, and now notice it's actually called Pearson MyLab and Mastering. It used to be called MyMathLab, but now this is what they call it. I always just type in MyMathLab. But anyway, once you're in here, the first thing you're going to want to do is register if you haven't already. And it gives you three things that you need to register, and then when you click on this button, you'll put in the course ID that I mentioned a few minutes ago. So this is the course ID for this summer 2020 session, so I'm going to go ahead and click continue, and notice this is our course, and Scott Smith is your instructor, that's me. And at this point, if you've used Pearson before or MyMathLab before, you can sign in the way you have in the past, and once you do that, it'll give you the option to use temporary access for 14 days for free, or you can put in your access code or purchase an access code, and you'll have permanent access to the course. Otherwise, you're going to create a new account, and when you're setting that up, you'll have the opportunity to get the 14-day free trial if you would like to take advantage of that. But just make sure that you that you pay for it in those 14 days. Otherwise, I won't be able to see anything you do in MyMathLab after that time passes. All right, so now let's go ahead and talk about what to do once you're registered. You'll sign in here. So again, I just typed MyMathLab into my browser. By the way, for all the programs, I've found that Google Chrome works really well. So if you run into any problems with your browser, you may want to try Google Chrome. Let's go ahead and sign in. And your course is this one here. And when you first come in here, I'm going to go ahead and change views to student view. Now, it used to be that when you came in on the opening page, it would say browser check, usually somewhere in here. But I don't see that anymore. I've had to click here when I'm in the student view. Oops, and you can see, oops, let's try that again. There it is. All right, so let me go back to the current view. Anyway, you'll want to run that browser check and just make sure your computer has everything you need in order to run all the parts of MyMathLab. All right, so once you've done that, the two places you're going to be going throughout this session are the Assignments tab, and you'll go under the Document Sharing tab. So let's actually start with document sharing. So in this section, any videos, any documents that I post are going to be here. And honestly, these are the things that I do in courses when I do them face-to-face. And so you can see that at the bottom here, I have videos. And in fact, they download down here. You can't see it. I'll go ahead and open it. And you can see these are my review videos, and down here you'll find the other videos that I've created. Now notice this is the syllabus video, and I've done videos for the first two sections. I'm working on sections 1.3 through 1.5. Anyway, so that's where you'll find all my videos that go along with the course. These are the things that actually go along with the notes. In class, I normally give my students notes, and as I do the lecture, going through those notes, they just fill in the blanks and the spaces. All right, so let me see if I can figure out how to get back to where I was. There we go. And so the other thing, notice this is the review documents. There's a review of factoring, and then this is the answer key. A review of solving equations, linear equations, and then this is the answer key. For some of you that may be enough, for those of you that want to review, but if you go back to that other location where you click here and look at the videos, you can watch videos that go through more detail in terms of how to factor and solve equations. If you click on the Test 1 Materials folder, whoops, why is it not giving me that? There we go. You can see that, like for example, section 1.1, you have an intro to graphing. These are the notes. And then here's intro to graphing. These are the completed notes. Now, sometimes my students will just print out the completed notes, and they'll go through those and look them over. Anything they don't understand, they watch that part of the video. Now, that's not the way I would recommend for most students. I would suggest that you print out the notes and then watch the video and fill in the notes as you watch the video. That probably mimics what I do in course the best. Now for me, writing things down always helped me to kind of get it into my brain. But honestly, you're going to have to figure out what works best for you. The most important thing is that you're learning the material. So these are the things that I post, that I've created to help you. But MyMathLab has a lot of stuff as well. So let's go under Assignments. In fact, MyMathLab really has everything in itself to help you complete the course. And you wouldn't need any of the stuff that I've created, although I tend to kind of favor those. But in any case, the first thing you see when you come into Assignments is the orientation. And really, that's just going to show you how to enter answers, how to graph, and that kind of thing in MyMathLab. If you're pretty savvy with a computer, I'm not requiring you to do that. But it's there if you're interested. When you click on 1.1 videos, you actually find a lot more than just videos. These are video simulations, and then these are also videos down here. But notice here, this is actually PowerPoint notes, and this is the textbook for this section. And so some students are old school. They like to read the stuff in the textbook, and then they go do their homework. Maybe watch videos on anything that they don't really get. Some people may just want to refer to the notes that are in the PowerPoint. So again, everything you need is here, and you also have the materials that I've created. So once you've gone through the material, it's time to do the homework. So let's go ahead and look at, actually I'm going to look at section homework 1.4 and 1.5. So when you come in, you can see The due date, and actually I need to change this. We don't do late homework during summer. So for section 1.4 and 5, these are together, and these are the questions. And so I'll go ahead and click on the first question, and let me move this so you can see it. All right, so on this first problem, I'm supposed to find the slope. Let's see. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. All right, so it looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3 over 1, which is 3. So I'll go ahead and put 3. By the way, these are what are called templates, and I would encourage you to take advantage of those when you enter your answers. You can kind of play around with that if you haven't done that kind of thing before. So let me go ahead and put our answer in here. And then right below here, you can't see it on my screen, but it says check answer. And notice I got it right, so I'll click OK. And now there's a second part, the Y-intercept. Well, that's the point that's right here, which is 0, -2. So 0, tab, -2. Oops, that didn't work very well. Maybe we want to arrow. -2. What am I doing wrong here? Now you'll have to play around with that, but it's 0, -2. And then right below here it says check answer. And so I'm going to go ahead and just throw something in here that's wrong. And I'm checking my answer, and it's wrong. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the next problem, which there's an arrow right below here. You can't see it. It says I haven't finished, but I'm going to go on anyway. And you may have noticed right as we were leaving up here, I had a red X and a green check. That means I've done some of the problem right, but I missed part of the problem. So basically, when you do a problem and you get it right, you'll get a green check and you'll move on to the next problem. However, I'm going to go back, arrow back here. You can go back and correct any mistakes later on. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, the equation is y equals 3x minus 2. And I'm going to check answer right here. And so now you can see up here I have a green check. So my point is you can always go back and fix anything that you miss. So if you're willing to do that, you should get 100% on all your homework. I want to point out another feature. This is where you get help. Notice it says help me solve this. It'll help you solve this problem and then give you a new one. Or you can click on view an example. It'll show you some other example, and then you can come back and do this one. Sometimes there'll be videos in here. These are the same videos that are in that other location where I said 1.1 videos, or in this case it'd be 1.4 and 1.5 videos. And then this is the textbook for that section. If you want to email me a problem that you're struggling with and let me know what your problem or what the question is, you can do that. If for some reason you need to print out the homework and maybe work on it, you can do that. Now you have to be careful because sometimes you could come back in and you end up getting different problems. So anyway, so those are the things that are available here. And some students will work or use those as they're working through the homework. Just be careful because it can give you a false sense of security, thinking that you understand how to do the problems. But if you're clicking on the help problems every single time, that's an indication that you need some more work. Now, when you take the quizzes, there's no help buttons. And so that at that point, you may realize, oh shoot, I really don't know that. So I really encourage you to have a notebook, do your homework in the notebook, put your answers in MyMathLab, and you want to do that with the idea of you're trying to learn the material, and then when you take the quizzes, you're going to find out if you truly do. All right, so that's all I have to say for now. If you have any questions, just send me an email, or you can call, or